And give us the basics here. What is this memo about, and how does it relate to the Russia probe? And when did the president hear about this?
Yeah, well, so this memo was prepared by Republican staffers on the House Intelligence Committee. It alleges a set of things that went on at, with officials at both the FBI and the Justice Department that might have not been entirely proper when it comes to the origins and the beginnings of this Trump probe. Democrats have said it's sort of a misleading, cherry-picked set of things, but it's based on highly classified intelligence. The Republicans are interested in releasing it. Trump himself is known to be interested in releasing it and was extremely angry when a Justice Department official sent a letter to the Hill last week saying that it would be extraordinarily reckless to release this memo. This is a memo, keep in mind, that the White House and up until basically this weekend, nobody in the administration had actually seen yet. But it had been building, it sort of came in the middle of a building set of frustration that the president had with what was going on at the Justice Department, the way they were responding to different elements of the probe, and came after a spate of meetings, both with the president himself and then also with his chief of staff, with different officials over at the Justice Department, where varying degrees of frustration were expressed with their performance.
Kevin, so I think the White House have made it perfectly clear that they think this is a witch hunt, that the investigation by the special counsel is politically motivated here. Are we suggesting that this memo contains potential misdeeds by both the Justice Department and the FBI relating to the Russia investigation? Because I think if I were the president, I'd be pretty frustrated too if I wanted this to come to light.
Well, that is what the Republicans putting it together are saying. But remember, this obviously came up in the context of what had started as a bipartisan probe. This is something that Democrats have not been involved in terms of producing it or having any say in it. So this goes very far away from anything that sort of where this probe had started. At its heart, the memo ultimately alleges political bias behind the investigation. The question of misdeeds is much less clear, but it does get to this question of whether or not they were biased. Even there, of course, we're looking at a partisan conclusion by a partisan group of people, so it makes it very hard to judge it in the abstract. But we are expecting the House Intelligence Committee to vote later today on whether or not to release the memo, and that memo could be released as early, if they vote yes, as early as tonight or in the next few days, after what the administration could conduct a national security review of whether there's anything too sensitive to be released in it.